Hi everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Thank you for welcome to my studio. Anyway, I have a little project I've been working on that I'm nearly done with and wanted to kind of show you what I have come up with. I've been doing swatches and I just saved the last two. Because watching someone swatch, I can't say that word, watercolor is, is exciting and watching paint dry. But I thought I would, let you see the last two anyway. I mean, they're exciting colors. We got, what is it, umber and burned brown. I've never heard of burned. I've heard of burnt sienna, but not burned. But this outfit calls it burned, so whatever. I have no idea. This set here is called Superior, and for the life of me, I don't know where it came from. It's another one of those craft fairies, I guess. Craft fairy presents, because yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have bought something that's called Superior on purpose. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. I have no idea where this came from, but yeah, it's very odd. Anyway, so here is the result. The colors are pretty. I haven't painted with it, but the colors are pretty. But this is my little project. Ooh, that's still wet. Oh, I need to let that dry. I had to unplug my heat gun to plug in the light here to do this, so yeah. Anyway, so what I have done is I have taken, oops, sorry. I'm kind of cramped right in here right now. I've got a project going over here. I'm not sure if you can even see. No, you can't see it. But I have a project going on over there, so I'm kind of cramped in this little corner. But anyway, I made this using Cranston watercolor paper. Oh, can you see that? Yeah. Watercolor. It's 140 pound cold pressed, and it's 9 by 12 sheets, but it's not 100% rag cotton. It's just, some of your less expensive watercolor paper. And so I measured this out. This is about 9 1/4 by, I think, 6.5, something like that. And then I figured out, I wasted several sheets while I was figuring it out. Well, actually, I used regular paper to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. As far as, getting these down, well, this one I messed up. See, and as I was doing it, I tweaked along the way. This doesn't have it, but at the end, this one does. I left this blank at the end because that's where I want to write the brand on. And then in here, I have these to write the name of the color. And I switched that up too as I was going along. I just made some changes. I also, if you can see, I started out wanting to do a 3-ring, and I put in the 3 rings, and that does not work out. It doesn't fold over nicely. It doesn't lay flat. I just didn't like it. So I thought, okay, 1 would be better, and I probably will redo the hole so it's right here in the upper corner, instead of where it's at right now. So up in the upper corner would be better. But see, this one is Daniel Smith right here, and then the names of the paints are there. And I just, I was able to swash, the colors that I currently have. This is Mei Ling, the blue palette, which Mei Ling, it changes. What colors you get are not necessarily the colors that somebody else might have, which is very odd, but that's what I've found out. That I watched someone on YouTube that uses Mei Ling, and, they have totally different named colors. I don't know if the colors themselves are different, but the names are different. So anyway, so that has 2 pages for the Mei Ling palette. And then this is what I got from Grabby. It's autumn colors, which I'm actually liking. I've used those quite a bit. This is Art Philosophy Confetti set, which is, really, kind of brighter colors than what you typically see. So that's kind of a nice set to have. Here's M. Graham, which is my #1 all-time favorite watercolor in the world. And I don't have very much of it because I use it a lot. And these are the colors that I'm down to right now. This is Holbein. #2 all-time favorite is Holbein. And this opera color mixed with their peacock, which is a blue, which I don't have right now, makes the most beautiful purple in the whole world. It truly is great. But one thing I noticed when I was going through the tubes of paint that I have, both these, M. Graham and Holbein, are already in several palettes that I have, and these stay good forever in the palette. But of course I didn't know the name. In the palettes I have a lot more. I have palettes that are all M. Graham, and there's quite a bit in there, but I don't know the name. So I had to go by, just opening the tubes that I have to get the color and the name. What I noticed, however, because some of the tubes of paint I have are several years old. The Holbein, I had to throw away a couple. Not because they dried out, but because when I opened the lid, they looked, I don't know, like mold. So yeah, I don't know what that's about, but the Holbein, I had to throw away a couple because they just looked moldy. But anyway, so here's Winsor Newton. Not my favorite, I'll have to say. I know a lot of watercolor artists, professionals, they swear by Winsor Newton, but I am not a fan. I'm just not a fan. It doesn't move. You know, you put some paint, you put water down on paper, and then you get your brush loaded with paint and you set the paint down in the water. Winsor Newton just sits there. It says, what do you want to do? You know, it doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. Where the M gram, if you do that with M gram, you have this color explosion, and it just, you know, goes everywhere. I love that. As some artists don't like that. They like the control that they can get from Winsor Newton. But to me, that explosion is what makes watercolor exciting, you know, just my opinion. Winsor Newton also, if you squeeze it from a tube into a palette, it gets really hard. I mean, just baked hard. And it's very difficult to get the pigment going again once that happens. Where the Holbein and the M gram, they stay somewhat soft in the palette. I mean, M gram, I have palettes that literally are 20 years old. And the paint is still has the softness to it. It doesn't run. I mean, you could travel with it. I have. I've taken it on travels, I've taken it on cruises, and it doesn't run once it's set up, but it's still malleable, it's still soft, and it's easy to get the pigment going. Where Winsor Newton, it's very difficult to get pigment going from this hard, you know, lump of... Anyway, so... I know a lot of people love Winsor Newton, and that's fine. I'm not a fan. I do have some colors because I took a watercolor class where the instructor insisted that we have Winsor Newton. So, you know, I went and bought some, but this is Arteza, which is, you know, it's not bad watercolor, and it's a lot less expensive. And there's some great colors here. And I have a second page on that. So, yeah, there's some good colors. This is the Superior, which you just saw me finishing up with. And I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets left. And then this one is these funky, I'm not even sure what they are, to tell you the truth. And this is another one of those. They are made in Swiss made. They're kind of like crayons. I don't know where they came from. It's another one of those craft fairy presents, I guess. I have no idea where they came from. And as you can see, I don't use them. But I scribbled what I did on this. Oh, now I can't get it open. There we go. Let's see. Doing white isn't going to help anybody. So, well, let's just pick one, huh? So, yeah, these are just like crayons. So, hopefully you can see this, yes. So, what I did is I just, you know, scribbled some like this, like you would crayon. And then I took my brush and got it wet. And yeah, it just activates it. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I have no idea where those came from. And you can lift some back up. Clean water. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. I don't know where these came from, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't have bought crayons, but I don't know. So anyway, that was the little project I've been working on the last few days. I thought I would come along. You know what started this whole thing is I was looking on Amazon, and for some reason it popped up, and it's a pad that is already sectioned off for doing just this, for doing swatches. And it's all sectioned off, and you get a pad of like 10 sheets. And I thought, wow, 10 sheets isn't very much. And it's like, I don't know, around $30, give or take. And I thought, geez, for 10 sheets? I mean, I don't know. I don't think the paper is any better quality than what this is. You know, I don't think it's a really high quality paper that they've used. But, you know, it's all sectioned off for you. And this was, I'll have to admit, a lot of work and took quite a bit of time to do front and back on all these. But, yeah. Let's see, how many sheets do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I did 10 sheets. So anyway, yeah, I saved myself $30 and just used, you know, materials that I have, and I'm happy with it. You know, this gives a good representation of the colors I have and the brands and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I just thought I would share this really quickly with y'all today. I know that this channel isn't specifically watercolor, although I have done some watercolor things. But, you know, you could also do this with your acrylic paints, you know, or anything else that you might have. Maybe you want to do a color swatch of your inks, you know, like these, you know, maybe you want to do a swatch of your inks and have it named. You know, you could have the same thing where this is the brand name and then the colors, and then you could always, like before you're going to go shopping or something like that, or maybe just take this with you, you know, and you can see what colors you already have, so you don't, you know, advertently, you know, buy a color that you've already got. I've been known to do that with a lot of things. You know, I've actually bought books that I already have. So, and I think to myself, well, at least I'm consistent. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to share today. Give some ideas. You know, you could swatch, you know, all kinds of stuff that you have. Yeah, inks, acrylic paints, yeah, just whatever you might have colors for. But yeah, so anyway, that was my idea I wanted to share. So until the next time, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.